The Maybe Man is AJR's fifth studio-published album, and it released this year, 2023, on November 10th. You may know AJR from their hit songs like Bang or Burn the House Down, or even their most popular song, World's Smallest Violin. They make alternative music that doesn't really sound like anybody else's sound or style or anything like this that we've heard this past year or any other year. Their newest album, The Maybe Man, is arguably their best album to date. This album makes me feel emotions, whether it's good, bad, sad, angry, or happy even. And somehow it's able to combine every single emotion and put it together in its final song, 2085. Specifically when it starts reprising the first song in the album, Maybe Man. It basically finishes the song Maybe Man and expands on it in an even better way and makes it much more of a finale and just this big grand experience ender. Each of the songs in the album have some sort of meaning and some sort of emotion that is tied to them. God Is Really Real is obviously a very sad song because of the tragic passing of their dad, which happened earlier this year. Where songs like I Won't is a lot more angry and a lot more frustrated at stuff that has happened in life. While Steve's Going to London is a lot more of a happy song to look on the bright side of life, because no matter who you are, everybody has problems, whether big or small, we all have problems and differences. And altogether, this entire album makes up a big emotional, sort of midlife crisis type feeling that's kind of given throughout the entirety of the album, realizing that we have a limited amount of time on this earth and we have to use it to the best that we can, because everybody at some point, no matter who you are, is going to die at some point. The absolute genius behind the Maybe Man album is the way that every single song ties into each other in its own way. The first song, Maybe Man, is officially, reportedly, by AJR themselves, a table of contents for the rest of the album. They all intertwine so nicely, and it leaves big emotional impacts when something goes from Steve's Going to London to God Is Really Real. The lyrical genius of the Maybe Man, much like all the rest of their songs, kind of stems from how they're able to tell somewhat of a story throughout each of their songs, even though that most of these have different messages and different sounds and different styles to them. They still all somehow feel like they're closely related. And with the final song, 2085, coming in at the very end, it kind of wraps everything up. It's like watching your favorite movie from start to finish, and that final just impact of the ending is brought forth in this album as it would in a movie. It's a big, satisfying grand finale for the album that takes every single emotion that you probably felt during the ride to the ending, pushes it all into one song, and is able to blend every single emotion in there and push it out like it's one of the best pieces of artwork that you've ever seen. AJR have proved that with each album they make, they only become better. And the Maybe Man shows us how far that they have come from their first album to their first song.